All right, here we go. New balance changes just dropped today, Monday, June 20th. And hey, if you're a Survivor main, you're going to be having a rough time reading these patch notes. If you're a Demon main, you're probably going to be jumping up and down for joy, because with a couple of exceptions, this is pretty much sweeping Survivor nerfs across the board. And incredible demon buffs across the board, including buffs to basic unit possession. Not nerfs, buffs to basic unit possession. So let's read what's going on here. In general, Hunter stamina regeneration has changed from 35 stamina points per second to 20 points per second. So that basically means like that stuff where hunters could dodge backwards and just keep walking backwards and keep dodging. It's going to be harder to do that now, because now they can't just regenerate super quick. Revive from bleeding out state time changed from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. I guess that's a buff. That means they get 1 extra second before they bleed out. So, okay. Stamina upgrade level 4. Stamina cost per reduction percentage change from 50% to 40%. So now that pink F upgrade in game is going to be 10% less. Not too bad of a nerf, but still another nerf to Hunter stamina. Boss headshot damage multiplier to Henrietta changed from 1.5 to 1.25, and that goes for all 3 bosses. So now hunters, the headshots on them are going to deal less damage. So basically general hunter nerfs here, with the exception of this weird revive from bleeding out time buff, which is, I don't even know what that's about, but weird. Character abilities, a couple of buffs to start, which is a buff to leader Ash, which makes it so that El Jefe, the aura range bonus damage, has been changed from 10 to 15%. A 5% buff. Yippee. Annie gets a little bit better buff. Her howitzer goes from 10% to 25%, so a 15% difference. So that's nice. And then that's the end of the buffs. Now here come the nerfs. Lord Arthur, Lord's Wrath, melee bonus damage changed from 30% to 10%. It's a 10% decrease. Warrior Ash, Shield Blast, shield damage explosion changed from 200 to 125. So now it's only 25 points better than what Scotty gets. Which is still weird, because I thought we'd get a Scotty buff, but we didn't. Warrior Ash, Wiseman's Potion, duration changed from 25 seconds to 20 seconds. Cooldown changed from 60 seconds to 80 seconds. Damage reduction changed from 50% to 30 seconds, or 30%. So his Wiseman's Potion got super nerfed. 5 seconds less, 20-second longer cooldown, and damage reduction is 20% less. Warrior Ash got hit pretty hard. Hunter Ash, Exorcist cooldown changed from 60 to 90. Infernal energy reduction percentage changed from 15% to 20%. It's so bizarre, because the only way that anyone ever uses this ability is to exercise like basic units. Anyone who plays Hunter Ash never uses this ability on elites or bosses. So I don't understand the weird like 5% buff to the infernal energy reduction, but the massive 30-second increase to the cooldown. That's also absolutely brutal against the basic unit possession meta. Ed Getley, It's a Trap, cooldown change from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. You now got to wait 30 seconds longer. Also insanely brutal. Oh, I was wrong. Ed does get a buff here. It increased the probability to find higher rarity loot boxes. Depending on how significant this buff is, it could be very, very good. And it could make Ed arguably the best hunter now, if Hunter Ash is nerfed and Kelly is fixed. Kelly's Battle Frenzy, the buff X stack changed from 2% to 1%. So as Battle Frenzy goes up, instead of ticking for 2% with each second, it goes up 1%. And I have no idea, by the way, there's nothing in this patch notes about fixing bugs. So I don't know if Kelly's bug, where her level 25 ability that applies to ranged as well, I don't know if that's fixed or not. Cheryl's healing area when drinking Shemp's range changed from 6 meters to 5 meters. So it turns out the other supports didn't have a bugged range to where their range was too small. Cheryl's range was too big. That blows my mind, dude. For skills, Last Chance, that is the bullet Where that is the perk that your last bullet in the chamber does extra damage, nerfed across the board. Goes from 10% to 5%, 15 to 10, 20 to 15, and then 30 to 20. So now at max, that's only a 20% increase. So another damage nerf to hunters. Deadly up close, also nerfed from 15% to 10%, 25% to 20%. That is the perk that makes it so when you're within 5 meters and you shoot somebody, you get a damage increase. That's been nerfed. Staying power level 3 changed from 25% to 15%. Staying power, what is staying power? Does anybody know what staying power is? What the heck is staying power? Where's staying power? Oh, right here. Maximum stamina. Level 3, wait, what? Oh, it's already been changed. Okay. That's actually not a big deal at all, because you should only be putting 1 point in this anyway for the most part and just getting your 6 dodges. So staying power nerf's not a huge deal, but it's still a nerf. Oh boy, here come the buffs. The buffs to the demon. General, infernal energy regeneration changed from 15 points per second to 20 points per second during the Necronomicon phase. So now they're going to be even more powerful during the Necronomicon phase. Skeleton elite arms health was changed from 100 to 200. So now elites, I assume, are going to be harder to dismember. Possession level 5. Extra health of possessed units changed from 40% to 50%. So now, if somebody possesses basics and they get that maxed out right away, they're going to be even harder to kill. But that's not the worst part, folks. You just wait till we get to the end here. Possessed survivor headshot bonus multiplier to other survivors changed from 1.7 to 1.2. So that's actually a nerf to demons. That makes it so it's harder for a possessed survivor to down their teammates because they're not going to do as much damage if they headshot their teammates. Possessed elite deadite health changed from 2,800 to 3,000, 200 health buff. Elite skeleton health changed from 2,000 to 2,250. Possessed berserker health changed from 1,300 to 1,500. I don't suspect that that's going to make a ton of difference because elites are still bad, not because of their health, but because of like their abilities and stuff. Car possession maintain energy cost changed from 0.5 seconds to 0.3 seconds. Car possession energy cost changed from 100 to 60. So that might make possessing cars a little more viable and a little less punishable if you just knock them out of the car right away. Increased arms dismemberment resistance for the elite skeletons. So in general, it seems as though the elite skeletons had an issue with getting their limbs knocked off really easily. So now that won't happen anymore. Oh boy, here we go. Here are the big ones, folks. Warlord, possessed deadite stun time changes. Basics and elites have been changed from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. Boss has been changed from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Possessed deadites balance bar changes have been changed from 300 to 400, 525 to 625, 800 to 900. So effectively what this means is it is now much harder to not only stun a possessed unit, they do not stay stunned for very long, even if you manage to do it. So they don't get stunned for as long, and it's harder to stun them. So now the main counter to like killing a possessed basic unit was annihilating their balance bar and stunning them and then killing them. That's going to be harder now. That's a huge buff to basic unit possessions in the early game. For Puppeteer, same thing, and it goes for all the units on the other two demons, where now they all have higher balance bar damage and they are stunned for not as long. I'll read it off anyway in case you want to hear it, but possessed deadite stun time changes on Puppeteer has been changed from 2 seconds to 1.5 on basics, 2.5 to 1.5 on elites, and then the balance bar has been changed from 230 to 330 on basics, and from 450 to 550 on elites. For Necromancer, basics have been changed from 1.5 seconds to 1 second on a stun. Elites, it's gone from 2 seconds to 1.5, and bosses are the same. Possessed deadite balance bar changes for the Necro has gone from 350 to 400 on basics, 500 to 550 on elites, and 700 to 800 on bosses. So this is kind of a mind-blowing balance change here for both sides. It's basically, with a couple of exceptions, for the most part, nerfs to survivors and sweeping buffs to demons. I'm not necessarily surprised by that. What I am surprised by are the buffs to basic unit possessions. This now makes basic unit possession rushing even stronger. I'm not surprised by buffs to demon because I don't know what the stats look like, but just based on my own experience playing, basic unit possession rush is too strong right now. Having said that, like it blows my mind that they buffed that specifically. They buffed basic unit possession specifically. They didn't just give buffs to the demon in other things. They buffed that specifically on top of the other buffs to other things, which is crazy to me, especially because we all thought, well, Hunter stamina is kind of out of control right now. It needs to be nerfed, and it did get nerfed. And then people who thought Hunter damage was out of control, that got nerfed. Anyone who thought AOD Ash was out of control, he got nerfed. Like almost anything that was a problem, short of any bugs that people thought was too strong on the survivor side, got nerfed. And nothing got nerfed on the demon side, which is crazy to me. The only nerf we got at all was the possessed survivor headshot bonus multiplier, which actually is one thing I didn't think demons needed to be nerfed. You should be punished with dealing a ton of damage to your fellow teammates if you get possessed. So that's a really weird nerf. And overall, this balance change, very interesting to say the least. So let me know in the comments what you think about this balance change. It's 3 a.m. over here, and I wanted to get this video out quick as soon as I saw the tweet. So, hey, if you liked the video, make sure to like it. Comment below what you think and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for watching.